3 people showed up, and 2 of the librarians working that day. They did not close that break. So it doesn't matter how many people. 3 rules. Rule 1, bottoms need to be on your seats, your feet flat on the floor. You don't want to have kicky feet. Kicky feet will make these animals think something you don't want to be a part of. So rule 1, you have to stay seated, stay quiet. You can see my hands. You'll see these hands. Do not worry, I drink a lot of tea. I'm going to be walking around the entire time. For fire code, we need to be out of the exits. Moses parting the Red Sea, even better. While I'm walking around with these animals in my hands, I'm going to watch my feet. If you have your hand or your foot in your aisle and I step on it, it's not going to feel good. I'm a big fat guy. Be careful, it's going to start in your 30s. So rule 1, stay seated, stay quiet. Rule 2, do you think I brought anything interesting with me today? That means you're going to have questions. Questions are great. Questions I will learn. Rule 2 states we save our questions for the end of the program. We go over them as a group. Rule 2 is everyone's favorite because Rule 2 is going to help you skip more class. Raise your hand if you like to skip class. Good. Hands down. I didn't see an honest teacher here in the room. Y'all lie. Teachers love to skip class just as much as you do. You're already thinking about Thanksgiving. You got your menu planned? I'm going to try something new this year. We're going to do a smoked turkey spatcock on the smoker. But then we're going to put it in a brine. We're going to do that. Normally, I do a trash can turkey. Anybody needs to feed a bunch of people in a hurry? Pull it up on YouTube. You take an old-style metal trash can. You post it to the ground. You put a bag of charcoal on the top, a bag of charcoal around the bottom. In 22 minutes. We did a 22 bird in about 90 minutes last year. It's a real fast way to do it. Sorry, I just got done eating and I'm still hungry. So, rule 1, stay seated, stay quiet. Rule 2, save your questions. Rule 3, I want to see how smart you all are. And I have my older student body here. I'm going to be asking you questions. If you haven't answered one of my questions, raise your hand. Do not holler out these answers. We don't want to scare these animals. As my older students, you are ambassadors and you're going to help trainees. So I expect you, if you get nothing out of my program than skipping class, you will follow my rules. If not, you will not be welcome here. Teachers, I love you. I do not know how you guys do your job. Since COVID, everybody's been asking me, Bob, can you sub? No, I don't want to do that at all. But I want to be here to help you out. This year's program is special. We've got some animals that would make excellent classroom pets for you. But the program this year, ears open, is called Tails and Tales. That's a word that can be spelled 2 different ways, has 2 different meanings, and sounds the same. What do we call that when a word has that? Spelled 2 different ways, sound the same, 2 different meanings. Lordy, you guys are not going to do well in the ACTs. Come on now. No one? What is it? No. Nope. Keep going. It's not one of those that you've already given up. What is it, honey? Do you know it?
Homophone.
It's a homophone. Y'all got beat. Think about that. Homophone. Spelled related to different meanings. Now, there's a lot of useless knowledge in my brain. One of them is, did you know wombats poop in cubes? It helps when you try to stack the manure. The other one is a bitteron. That's one that's on my wish list. It looks like the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. They have like a blue, purple fur, a prehensile tail, and their poo smells like movie theater butter popcorn. For a guy that drives about 80,000 miles a year with animals in his car, I would like someone's poo to actually smell nice. Which what you gotta understand is I read lots of books and stories and tales, and then animals have tails. I mean, one guy in college had a short little one, but we're not going to talk about that right now. But that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how animals have tails and they have stories. This first one is going to be an easy one. Teachers, this one would make an excellent classroom pet. Very unusual with a lot of learning lessons. I want you all to meet Dill. Say hi, Dill. Hi. Now, what I want you to start doing is use your observation skills. When we look at Dill, you can see he's walking around with 6 legs. He has a very wide, flat body, though. He has this weird thread-like appendage on his back. Walks around with 6 legs, but these 2 front legs are feely because they're not antennae. Antennae are going to come out ahead. Those are legs because this animal is actually completely blind. This is a blind arachnid. Now, if you suffer from arachnophobia, that is a fear of spiders. This is not a spider. Ergo, you should not be fearful. We're going to use logic. Logic is not very common with your age group. Now, what we have right here is a member of the arachnids found in the desert southwest. And this is a member of the witch scorpion family. Now, they do not use that witch scorpion to smack things. You're paying attention. To protect himself. Right here at the base of that tail. If he gets scared, agitated, or nervous, this animal can spray acid into the face of a predator. It sprays acetic acid. Acetic acid is the active ingredient in vinegar. So its common name is the vinaigrette. I always name mine after pickles. This one is dill. We got bread and butter in the backup, and we're left kosher at home. But this is a blind arachnid found in the desert southwest. Everything in the wild has a job they're supposed to do. First word of the day, open your ears. Niche. Say it, please. Niche. That's an organism's job, and they're built to do that better than anybody else. He's got a wide body, a long body, and flat to help him crawl underneath those rock ledges. He has no eyeballs. He's completely blind. Uses his two front legs to feel around and relax. It's going to get worse. You see how big these boxes get today? Calm down. Uses the two front legs to feel around, and he has the same pictures of a crawfish. Now listen, this guy here walking around using the darkness of night. What do we call it when an animal sleeps during the day, but will be awake and active at nighttime? So we have a nocturnal invertebrate. He is a member of the arachnid family. He's going to walk around. And as soon as he finds food, his front limbs feeling, these claws, these pinches here, grab a hold of them and drag it to his jaws where he starts gnawing on it. Now, have you ever taken Jell-O and you put it in your mouth and chew on it, you squish it around and turn it back into a liquid? Mastication is when you actually chew your food up into a semi-liquid state and then you basically drink it. Where do we need it in the bifocals? I'm trying to play the trombone here. Okay, just checking. I'm there too. Now, what we got to understand about this one, teachers, this is a very odd invertebrate. Would make an excellent classroom pet. They're not going to make noises or vocalize during it. They have an exoskeleton. You have an internal skeleton. Keep yours on the inside. That's not always what happens. Now, what is special about that is these creatures are easy to take care of and very odd. The symmetry lessons make a beautiful brooch on you today. Walk around eating any bugs that fly off of these dirty students. Shower and deodorant. Now, these animals here, teachers, after we get done with the holidays, we're going to reinstate the Learnable program. If you're on Facebook, make sure you follow the company. That's why I have extra animals in my collection that can come live with you in a classroom situation. On Friday, I have to stop by a school and pick up one of our hedgehogs. It's been spending the entire fall semesters with the school as a library pet. This one will be a great creature. Having chores is very important for children. And having something like this in a classroom can survive on a diet of baked crickets. There's all kinds of lessons to be taught from this symmetry, as well as you're looking at a member of the arachnid, but not a spider. You have spiders, you have tarantulas, scorpions. All these guys can be found living in the same area in the desert southwest because each one of them has a different niche, they have a different job. They do not overcompete. Now, the next exhibit we're going to get out is going to be one of these that has that O factor. Meaning, whenever I get this out, students and teachers have a tendency to make those oh noises. I hate them. So, catch a bubble in your mouth, one finger on your lip. This next animal here, teachers, is one that I basically threw in the lineup this year because it is such a popular exhibit and the kids find it so interesting to see what real in life. Now, this is another one that would make a wonderful pet, a lot to see and learn from, easy going for us. With this one, I want you all to meet Gibby. Say hi, Gibby. Can anybody identify? What is this? This is an axolotl. You don't know what this is? You're not paying attention to children. The axolotl is a very popular amphibian. Now, this animal here, the axolotl, is actually an endangered species from Mexico. They're naturally found in 2 lakes in Mexico. But because of the introduction of exotic invasives and water quality, they're not doing well. Their numbers are low. But when we look at Gibby, there's a lot to see and learn from. This is an albino axolotl. Axolotls are normally going to be like a dark brown, a mud brown, or a black. Because he's albino, he does not have pigment. Pigment gives the color of the skin, the color of the hair, color of eyes. If you look at his pink gills, that's because that's blood underneath the surface of the skin. Now, the thing about axolotls is they're amazing, but they're popular now because of Minecraft. Just a video game. But these animals, kids know them because of it. Now, I want you to think about this. Think of a frog. Does a frog always look like a frog? No. What does the frog start off as? Raise your hand. No, that's the second stage. What's the first stage? Not What's it start off as? An egg. The female frog lays an egg. And once that egg is fertilized by the male, out hatches the immature larval version adult, the tadpole. Look good for the camera. Now, does a tadpole look like a frog? No. It looks more like a fish than a frog. What do you know? They have gills. They don't have limbs. They have a tail and they swim through that water. Now that tadpole is going to grow, going to mature. They will absorb their tail, get their limbs, and absorb their gills, move out of the water and live on the land. Starting off as an egg, hatching that immature larval first, become the adult. What do we call that process? You can handle this one. I know you can. Egg, immature larval first, become the adult. What do we call that? Now, please. You don't even know. No, at the end of your life cycle, you're dead. So there's the letter M. Come on. Egg. What? Did you just make up a word? You got it. Metamorphosis. Now, these, and you all are not going through metamorphosis. You should be going through maturity. Some of you do it sooner than other ones. This animal here goes through the process of metamorphosis. Think of that tadpole changing drastically from being a water-breathing amphibian to living on the land. Now, axolotls are different because if they move out of the water and live on the land, they're in a high desert. So these guys actually stay in that immature larval stage in appearance. Even though this guy is an adult, he still resembles that because he's got his gills. Now the coolest thing about an axolotl is their ability to protect themselves. If I pull your arm off and you grow a new one, Gibby can. You can cut off their leg, you can cut off half of the brain, and this animal can actually regenerate their tissue. About a month ago, Gibby had a bruise on his left hand. I don't know how he got it. And the next day, all the flesh was off his fingers, and the bones were just sticking out. The day after that, all of it was gone. But if you look at his left hand, look up. It's easier to see it that way. You see how he's growing his fingers back. This animal has the ability to regenerate his tissue. Think about if we could do that. We just had Veterans Day. All the soldiers coming back, missing body parts. Cancer would be gone. These guys here already have that ability. I think he looks like he's smiling. He's growing his little fingers right there. Now, what is special about these guys here is they have that adaptation to be able to stay in the water. A normal salamander will move out of the water and live on the land. These guys will always stay in an immature larval state. Now, what's cool is when he burps, you'll see an air bubble come up. That is because he's taking the dissolved oxygen from the water, oxygenating his blood, and then burping out carbon dioxide. That's why those gills are there. But every once in a while, he just drops his gills and grows new ones. Classroom pet. This guy can live in a very nice aquarium, have that air bubbler and that water filtration, teachers. It'll be calming to students. The sound of running water will keep everybody in a calmer state. It keeps their brain waves in alpha wavelength pattern. You can actually see better test scores. Classroom pet is another one. It's not going to vocalize. You can feed them red worms, earthworms. They make wonderful, easy animals to take care of, much less they're very popular. See how he's growing his new finger? It's easier to see on the top. You can see with your eyes right now. Sit down. Now, these guys here, oxalotls, an endangered species in the wild, but now are very popular, and I can only equate that to a video game. But it opens up a lot of things for us. The wood frog, my older students. The wood frog is one of the only amphibians found above the Arctic Circle. Sometimes 6 to 9 months out of the year, the wood frog will be frozen solid. Before they get ready for hibernation, they stop going to the bathroom, and their blood will be polluted with urea. Urea actually acts like an antifreeze, and it turns the blood into like a slushy. But their heart will stop and everything. And then in the spring, when they thaw out, instantly the heart will start kicking. Whenever I look at the stars at night, I want to go out there and travel, visit. To do this, we're going to have to figure out how to freeze our own bodies and wake them back up again. We have frogs that can do this already. An amphibian there that can already regenerate tissue. This is why I'm always trying to aspire to inspire. You guys may be able to figure out how these animals do it and help out our own species. So that's kind of the cool thing for us. Now, dill, the vinegar, and gibby the axolotl are our consumers that eat only other animals. Meat eater's good. What's our better term for that? What do we call it when you eat only other animals? Go. Help her out. Go. Very good. Carnivore. The next two that I'm going to get out are carnivores, and they're actually kind of hungry today. So make sure your bottoms are planted, mouths closed, ears open. Say those questions. You have your answers in mind. You can raise your hand. This one has a wonderful teachable moment. Now, I'd like you all to meet Rosie. Say hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie. When you move, you look like food. Sit down. Now, is this a large snake? No, I've had bigger ones. This one's medium size. Rosie here is a 28-year-old red-tailed boa constrictor. Baby, you don't need to use Daddy as a shield. You'll be fine. I ain't gonna hurt you. Now, what we have right here, we're gonna start off at the basics. Should we pick on the older students? Okay. Who can tell me by raising their hand what is the main difference between a snake and a lizard? What do lizards have that snakes don't? Legs, the most common answer, and you're wrong. We have legless lizards that live right here in Mississippi. Difference between snakes and lizards come down to two important characteristics. You're going to help me out in the experiment. Because if I kill you, it's not that big a deal. They'll bring me new kids next year. It's fine. Parents are always making it. We're not going to run out of kids. We're going to do an easy observation experiment. Watch. I'm going to touch her eyeball. You're not watching. Can she blink? No. Poke your eye. Can you blink? Yeah. Feel it. They feel like one of those classic googly eyes. You can do it. Don't freak out. Here you go. This animal here cannot blink. If you ever have a snake that looks at you and it blinks, you're looking at the legless lizard. You need to take their picture. They're not that common anymore. Now the second difference, this is important for anybody that's a little snake phobic. Pay attention. I get as loud as I would. She forgot. Because snakes do not have ears. So if you see a snake on the ground and you don't want to get closer to it, you think screaming and hollering would do any good. No, they can't hear you. If you see a snake on the ground and you don't want to get closer to it, the best thing you can do is stomp your feet. The ground vibrations being picked up by these large belly scales, the snake will just look up and go, oh, look, a human. They find it hilarious when they can scarcely much larger themselves. Now, the difference between snakes and lizards is eyelids and ears. Make me one kiss song. You're wearing a shirt. I really hate it when these kids wear shirts and they don't even know the bands. Do you even know anyone? Now, here's another one. I want you to understand. It's not your teacher's fault. but sometimes they're using books with inaccurate information. There is no such thing as a poisonous snake. Poison is when you eat something bad for you. Venom is when it's injected in your body. There's no such thing as a poisonous snake. There are venomous snakes. The only way you can tell, you cannot tell by the shape of the head or the pattern of the body. Look at your neighbor's eyes. What do we call the center part of the eye? What is it? The pupil. Very good. Look at Rosie's pupil. Look, it's fine. Is it a circle like ours? No. What shape would you describe it as? Like a cat eye, right? That's an oval, like a narrow football. If you are here in North America, and we're waiting for her to take the picture. What we got to understand, if you are here and you see a snake and you're worried about it being venomous, the only way you can tell is look at the pupil. If it is circle like ours, you're looking at a non-venomous snake. If it has an oval-shaped pupil, like Rosie, you're looking at a venomous snake. Now, Rosie is not venomous. I would never handle a venomous snake in captivity. She just has the shape of a pupil of what would be a venomous snake. Now, in this part of North America, we have 3 venomous snake species. We have over 20 non-venomous. Play the odds here until you find, don't worry about it. Now, the entire time we met Rosie out, has she freaked out or gotten nervous? Did you say the same for your classmates? No. Dude, you slid all the way over there. Don't act like you're all cool. The entire time we've had her out, though, if you watch her, she's sticking out her tongue. Why is Rosie sticking out her tongue? What's she doing? You're close. This is again where the book's ever wrong. Hands out. Think of this. You see with your eyes. You hear with your ears. You smell with your nose. You touch with your skin. What sense do you use your tongue for? Taste. She's tasting the air, looking for food. I have a surprise for you all. Underneath that black tablecloth, stick your tongue out at it. Can you taste the chocolate chip cookies I brought for you? No, because it's a joke. I didn't bring it. You don't get a cookie. But this animal here will take its tongue, flick it through the air, and then pull that scintillated particle tongue to the inside of the body. Once it's on the inside of the body, there's a hole in the roof of the mouth called the Jacobson's organ. It's right below the brain. The brain will then process. Now, Rosie is different from us. Take 2 fingers. Touch the skin of your neck. Are you warm or cold? Warm. We're warm-blooded. She warm or cold? She's chill. She's only going to be as warm as the environment around allows. Right now, she's about 65 degrees. When she's at home in her enclosure, she will get underneath her basking light, and she will get to be over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Every time a cold-blooded animal raises their body temperature up 10 degrees, they increase digestion by 4-fold. So think about this. If you were a cold-blooded animal, you ate 3 meals a day in the middle of winter, come summertime, when you're running around outside, body temperature's over 100 degrees, you have to eat 164 meals in one day. Now, Rosie here is special. This one is a product of all the weird teachers I've got to know over the decades. Last April, we were down in Guntersville, Alabama, and one of the teachers there was like, Mr. Bob, maybe you can help out my family. This animal here, Boas give birth to live young. This was her younger brother's pet. He got it in middle school and loved and took care of it all during middle school and in high school. And then he went off to college. And after college, he got a job in Alaska. That was 10 years ago. And Rosie was still living at home with her 80-year-old father. And he was overfeeding her. This is part of her story. See the scar tissue on her spine down here. As a cold-blooded animal, they change how much they eat depending on how warm they are. And this guy was overfeeding Rosie. I'm not going to look at you and insinuate it. You got it, you're paying attention. What you got to understand is he was always feeding Rosie every other week. And when she wasn't hungry or fast enough, the rats actually started biting her. So that's why with my carnivores, I always build pre-killed frozen cod bread. I You don't feed live anything. The other issue was when she came to me in May, she weighed over 80 pounds. She was morbidly obese. I had to do physical therapy with her to be able to start moving around better. I fed her once since May. That means she's hungry right now. But that's where you gotta understand. She got the scars from the animals that she was supposed to be eating. See this stretchy skin right there? And then that extra little fat deposit? Never talk to a woman about stretchy skin and fat deposits. Write that down. She's going to do fine with us. She's, like I said, 28 years old. How many of you remember Mitch, the albino Burmese python, the big yellow one? Mitch passed last December, 44 years old. If I did the numbers, he had been in front of millions of children. Wonderful animals for us. Now, friends, here's where I want you to think about it. Raise your hand if you like my job. All right, hands up. Raise your hand. I saw your hand flinch. Raise your hand if you want to get a job like mine. Good. If you want to get a job like mine, you have to do well in school. You have to do well in school to go to high school. You have to work hard in high school to go to college. You have to work extremely hard in college to get a job. You're never going to make a lot of money. Most importantly, you cannot get in trouble for drugs, alcohol, or crime. These are not going to help you out in life. If you do get in trouble for it, you'll not be able to have the convinced to have these things. I love my job. It's a great job. Everybody thinks teaching the little ones is the best part. It's not. I enjoy it. It's just not the best part. Some people think it's raising animals. Did I ever bring a kangaroo here? No. Now, I have a kangaroo. We've had 5 kangaroos over the years. It's adorable. They wear a diaper and hop around. You can feed it out of a bottle. I love raising animals. That's still not the best part. The best part of my job is every day I get paid to aggravate people. Every day we get to have our amazing volunteer stand in front of all of our friends, hold our smallish thing. Now, straight up ahead, there you go. If she gets scared and screams, is Rosie going to do anything different? No, because snakes do not have those ears. Now, if it makes you feel any better, you're an edible size. What she can do is she'll strangle you as a constrictor. She'll break your collarbone and pelvis, and down you go. She can't swallow you. You're okay. That's where you gotta understand. These animals here are capable of swallowing something 1.5 times the greatest circumference. It means I can swallow like a 55-gallon barrel for us. Now give her a hand, please. But that's where this animal here will live another 10 years. Everything so far would make a good pet. I have extra red tails if you want any. I got one 9-foot loose in my basement right now, but it's also keeping my mother-in-law away from visiting. Now, with these animals here, they know how to act as long as you act properly. You get a little warm there? Yep. Now, friends, the next carnivore we're going to get out is actually hangry today. Welcome back. We missed you. So I need you still and I need you quiet. If you're moving around, you will look like food. And if I get the nod from the adult next to you, we're going to have a really good wildlife program. These animals know how to act as long as you act properly for them. With this one, I have to wear a glove. If I wear a glove, that means Mr. Bob can get hurt. I don't want to get hurt. Save your question. You have your answers to mine. You can raise your hand. Up. I'd like you all to meet Elle. Say hi, Elle. Hi, Elle. Is anybody else a Stranger Things fan? Her nickname is 11. Now, what we have right here is we have the Eurasian eagle owl. Remember, we talked in the beginning about an animal's niche. Now, she's going to look a lot like our great horned owl. This is the same genus, different species. The Eurasian eagle owl is found living in England, east all the way through Europe, all the way through Asia, up into Siberia, into the Middle East and India. There's actually 17 different subspecies of the Eurasian eagle owl. Now, I can tell she's a Eurasian because I'm a nerd. The iris, the color part of the eye, is more orange yellow than yellow that we have with our great horn. She's actually bigger than our great horn owl. Whenever I get her out, people always think I'm stronger than what I really am. People estimate her to weigh anywhere from 15 to 30 pounds. Oh, you still got blood on you from that kid this morning. What you gotta understand is this animal here. This is my biggest bird, and she only weighs 8 pounds. Birds are nothing but feathers. You're a perfect guinea pig. Stick your finger in there until you find the skin. It's weird. I'm not even touching the skin yet. But for an 8-pound animal, does she have large eyeballs? No. They're huge. They're bigger than mine. And I weigh over 200 pounds. Relax. I know. He looks delicious. I can't eat him, though, right now. Go up for that food. There's plenty of food on that one. Now, think of this. She has huge eyeballs. If you had owl-sized eyeballs in your head, you would have dodgeball-sized eyeballs. If you had dodgeball-sized eyeballs in your head, you'd look even funnier. Now, if you hold your head still, look up to the ceiling, down the floor, left and right. You can move your eyes up, down, left, and right because we have 6 muscles to do so. But when you look, and I want you to watch Elle, her eyes will never move. There's no muscles to move those eyes. Because if you had dodgeball-sized eyeballs in your head and the muscles to move it, your head would be so big and heavy it couldn't stay on your neck, falls and it would be on your shoulder. So the owl's eyes will never move. Instead, do they have a flexible neck? Yes. Can an owl spin their head all the way around? No. Pop off. You don't believe me? Try it on a chicken. Where do you think chicken nuggets come from? The vegan hated that joke. What you gotta understand is all mammals have 7 vertebrae in our neck. Doesn't matter if you're looking at the blue whale, the hippopotamus, or the giraffe. All mammals have 7 vertebrae, where she has 14. Now, my athletes, coaches will always want you to stretch your muscles before you work them out. Having a greater range of motion. What that'll do is that'll give you a greater rate of motion, less change for injury, more efficient with your energy. She has 14 neck vertebrae, and she can look all the way behind her and a little bit more. She can rotate her head 210 degrees, but she cannot spin it all the way around. You know what's so funny about her with all these guys in this alpaca haircut? She thinks there's food in them. She's waiting to find a mouse in someone's hair. Now, with this animal here, she cannot move her eyes when she moves her head because of how she finds her food. I've seen owls in the wild with only one functioning eye. Owls find their food by their sense of hearing. She's staring at your soul judging. She says you need more Jesus. The owl's eyes never move, but instead the head does. Because owls find their food by their sense of hearing. Now, when I get her to blink, you can see she actually has an extra set of eyelids, the nictitating membrane. Lizards do this. They have 2 sets of eyelids. Snakes don't have any. Now, this is just feathers. They make her look more fierce. On a male, they'll be twice that size. Her ears is that little crescent shape you can see right there. She has one ear hole high, one ear hole low on that flesh-tearing beak. You look delicious. But this animal will do. If you ever watch an owl, they'll do that little head bob. That's because this is going to be like a satellite dish. It can be tuned and focused. Listen to a single spot. Get better. I've been picking on you the entire time. Now, what you got to understand is this animal doesn't hear like us. You all have these big, fleshy ears. They're not that big. They're perfect. Relax. What you got to understand, your ears are collecting my voice, the echo in the room. Elle does not. Elle can only hear where she's looking. She has a pinpoint hearing. She will sit still in the darkness of night using the animal adaptation of mimicry, the camouflage. She will sit still. She can hear a mouse breathe at over 100 yards. What she's going to do, using animal adaptation mimicry, she's going to wait and find food. And when that food makes a mistake and breaks cover, she will fly under full power through the darkest night, all the way towards that prey, grab a hold of it with these huge talons, and the prey has no idea what's happening until it's too late. Because the owl's wings feel the wind, but do you hear any sound? No. Her wings make no noise. I thought you looked hot. Now, the expression wise old owl isn't true at all. She's not very intelligent. She doesn't have to be. Where were you when we had the snake out? I had to throw it on the snoot. What we got to think of is the owl will be able to find food. Now, your eye is a sphere. Hers is a cone, and it will taper all the way down. That's how they have excellent eyesight. Now, Elle has been with me since she has just been 14 days old. She is a human imprint. She does not love me. I love her. She's basically like you. She's a teenager, and I am nothing but an ATM of money and food. She doesn't care for me, but she works for me. Now, we've trained her, and that's why she's hangry right now. If I make a mistake and she gets off the glove and flies around in the gym beer, she is trained to come back to me for food. I use positive reinforcement to train my animals. When you train yours, use negative. It works. I don't use negative because these talons right here can do up to 500 PSI. Feel the edge. I haven't even told that. Imagine that at 500 hydraulic press. A year ago, I made a mistake and I didn't put my phone on airplane mode. And I got a text on my smartwatch. When she felt the vibration, she didn't know what it was. She flinched. She dislocated 3 of my fingers. So when I train my animals, I use positive reinforcement. By the time you get to middle school and high school, I believe teachers should be allowed to take oxygen out of the classroom. Seriously, they start passing out, they're going to pay better attention. Now this girl right here is trained to find her food. If any of you are interested in getting a field in wildlife management or natural resources, listen. This is called abatement. This is catching on. It's common on the West Coast and it's starting to get in here. Abatement is when you use a bird of prey to deter. Think of an orchard, a vineyard, a golf course, a warehouse, a factory. You can have noxious birds coming in, eating the farmer's crops off the vine. Birds will sit in the rafters and defecate in boxes. Geese will poop on a golf course. They'll get on a runway canceling flights. They can spray chemicals or put up noise makers. Instead, you get a falconer like me and you bring something like this. I fly her around. I can chase away the prey animal just by the presence of predator alone. Over Christmas break, I'm going to go to outside Jonesboro, Arkansas. I met a dad at the library there. He's the site plant manager of the Frito-Lay plant. They're going to have grain delivered to make Frito chips. They don't have enough storage. All the grain's outside. I have to bring both of my birds and walk around there today just trading them. $1,500 a day, 2-week minimum. If you want to make some decent money, that's one of the things you can do. This animal here, we know she weighs 8 pounds, 6-foot wingspan, but these talons here can do up to 500 PSI. She can kill a 50-pound animal. Seriously, this one right here is a perfect source. She'll land on your head and then eat the tasty bits off of you and leave the rest for scavengers. Make a really cool owl pellet for any teachers that do that one. I don't think your head would fit in there, though. But that's where you understand. Excellent vision, even better hearing. What about her sense of smell? Does she have one? No. With that, one of an owl's favorite things to eat? Skunks. Because if you can't smell them, skunks are very common, not very bright animal, that nobody else eats at nighttime. That's where we can think about different revenue purchases. If you guys are thinking about going into wildlife management, that's resources. Keep my information. I can give you my 2 cents. Now, the last thing I'm going to get out is the baby. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have done very good. I'm proud of you. I haven't been chatting or anything. I don't know if all of them are paying attention, but at least they're polite. This one is the baby. If I get out a baby, do we get to act nicely? Yes. So catch your bubbles. This one certainly has the O factor. Save your questions. If you have any answers to mine, you can raise your hand. This one here, I know. I would like you all to meet Klaus. Say hi, Klaus. He'll relax here in a minute and his ears will perk up. What we're looking at here is an amazing creature. If you can identify, what am I holding in my left hand? What is it? It is a fox. You may know what type of fox. Raise your hand. There's no such thing as a white fox. Speak up. Very good. This is the fennec fox. Some people think it's the bat-eared fox. The fennec fox is actually the smallest canine on the planet. And this guy here is full grown. He'll put on a little bit of meat, but he's not very big. But what we're going to do is we're going to start off at the basics. There are 4 characteristics that make mammals mammals. Name them for me. Give me one. Very good. Take 2 fingers. Touch your skin. Are you warm or cold? Warm. We are warm-blooded. And whenever we get hot, we sweat. I know ladies don't sweat, but you glow, glisten, sprint, sparkle, shimmer, and shine. Some of you can do it all at the same time. That happened during Dr. Seuss week. I got one more in mind. When you're holding a snake, you got a little hot. You started perspiring. This animal here, dogs, foxes, canines, coyotes, wolves, they only have sweat glands on the pads of their feet. Look at these little bitty pads. This animal is going to be found living native to the Sahara Desert in Africa and the Middle East, where water is very scarce. So he doesn't want to sweat. That's where these ridiculously large ears come into play. His ears are full of blood vessels. What he will do is he will actually radiate his body heat through his ears. In thermal imagery, it looks like a little radiator. These ears will be hot. Give me another characteristic of a mammal. Don't pick your nose. Go. Say again? No, there's these crazy people called vegans and vegetarians, and I want you to stay away from them, honey. They're not nice people. I don't think they're eating properly. Give me another characteristic of a mammal. Come on. You got warm blood. Give me another one. Did you hatch out of an egg? Did your mother cut off the thumb and you grow from that? No. How did you get here on this plane of existence? How from mom? Did she cut off a toe? By birth, right? I'm trying to help you out too. Right. You were born alive as a baby. And when you were born alive as a baby, you'd be cuter to me than you are now. Babies don't talk back. Klaus here was born alive in the Papa Reading program in North Carolina. Born alive with brother and sister. So live birth, warm-blooded. Give me another characteristic. I'll make fun of me. What am I missing on the top of my head? Hair. Mammals have to have hair first. We always have to have it? Nope. I don't care. I'm married. I'm giving up. I've been paid for a haircut 17 years. This animal here has a wonderful fur coat, does he not? Say yes. Thank you. So, when we think about it, live birth, having hair, warm-blooded. What's that last characteristic of a mammal? What did we feed you when you were a baby? From your mama. When you were a baby, before you ate baby food, you drank milk from your mama. Deal with that. Now, when Klaus was born alive, he was born alive in that Catarrhine program, that brother and his sister, and he drank milk from his mama. And when he came to live with me, as much as I tried, I could not lactate for him. I had to feed him from a bottle. This is one of my bottle babies. He doesn't remember his biological mother. He thinks I'm his mom. Now, what you gotta understand, this top layer of fur is this camouflage, tawny color. That'll give him camouflage. The undercoat here, see how it's dark? This guy, where he lives, he can be dealing with temperatures up to 150 degrees Fahrenheit to below freezing, all within the same day. When I left Middle Tennessee this morning at 5:30, it was 68 and balmy. I show up here and I wore the wrong pants. But these guys here have to deal with greater temperature changes. Now, what he's also going to need is similar to us. Raise your hand if you like to eat hamburgers and hot dogs. Raise your hand if you should be eating fruits and vegetables. Good. What do we call the consumer eating plant material and meat? Go. Very good. Omnivore. Say it, please. Omnivore. Because where this guy lives, there's very little food or water. So if you only ate one kind of food, you wouldn't have a very good chance of survival. He loves to eat bananas, watermelon, scrambled eggs. He loves to eat turkey, chicken. One of our favorite things we do with him is I'll take an entire thing of crickets, pour them out on the floor. This guy here loves to chase around his prey. And when you look at him, does he look like he'd make a good pet for you? Yes, he's bloody lying. If I put this animal down on the ground, if I put him down on the ground, you would see a blonde-colored Super Bowl in this gym. Remember the squirrel from the movie Ice Age? That's how this guy acts. He's constantly running around, always looking for things. Last week, we were staying in some of the state park cabins we get going for us. This guy slept 4.5 minutes. The rest of the time, he's running around on top of me on the bed, licking the inside of my nose and my ears and biting my toes. He's a very fast, agile creature. Now, the long tail here is multifunctional. The tail off of him is going to help insulate his body. He'll curl up into a little bitty ball, and he will insulate with that tail. These guys will also use the tail for nonverbal communication, meaning when they hunt as a group, they can communicate with their tail, basically using it as sign language. Now, he lives with us in our house with me and the rest of our animals, including my daughter's cat. And he loves to run around and chase the cat and the Labrador. Ladies and gentlemen, you have done very good. I'm proud of you. Here's the important part of the program for you. Raise your hand if you know what a question is. Hands out. Raise your hand if you know what a story is. Good. Hands down. If you have a question about me or one of my animals, now is the time you get to ask. Now remember, questions are going to start with those question words. Who, what, where, when, why, how. We're not going to tell stories about how your Uncle Jim says you saw a mountain lion on his trail camera. I hate Facebook fiction. Is it a question? Buddy, is it a question? No, that sounds like a story, not a question. You got a question? Very good question. How old is the ox? I haven't had him since he was a baby, but he's about 18 months old. Lifespan in captivity, 5-10 years. You guys are thinking about a nice pet. If you leave teaching, I guarantee you somebody else will take them. They're extremely popular. Anybody else? Questions? Yes, ma'am. Very good question. The owl does not fly very fast. It flies silently. So using the darkness of night, and her legs, she's a teenager like you guys, horrible posture. Her legs are over 24 inches long. So the talons will be in the prey and the body is back. So she doesn't fly fast, she just flies silent. The talons will be in the prey before they ever know they're being hunted. Anybody else? Questions? The Burmese Python bitch, he passed in December. 44 years old. My favorite. We're going to keep this a PG content right now. So, hey, you ain't banging with us. I'm on a bunch of cold medicine right now. Go, honey. How fast is an oxeye fit? Not as fast as a bass. About as fast as a bluegill. Brim, sorry, I'm in the south. Why do we do that? Why do you guys have, do you have questions? All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have done very good. Best program I've had in a month. So I appreciate it. Give yourself one big round of applause. I want you to exit quietly and safely. Make sure you walk down the walkway. Don't jump down the bleachers. Have a good, safe day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye, friends. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Here, here. Hey, baby girl. Grab it. Good job, guys. I'm fine with it being like this. Yep. The whole catalog. See all that gear? Which one's yours? That's like $120 fleece that he's going to leave it someplace. Thank you, Miss Bridget. It was good. I was going to get you to get down to places. I was worried about you. You can't retire. I am a teacher. Here's the thing. He's a great. He's one of those. Yes, ma'am. Coach, I think I got a little water on the floor here. It's just straight water. It's not pure or anything. Just want to let you know. I know how fancy these floors get. I got one school up in the Ozarks and Norfolk High School. I just talked. They're all. It's more of a Bobby Holtz was his name. Are like more aggressive than both of them. Boy, you know what's right now, but I'm like, but Norfolk, Rock, Bobby Holtz, he's one of those where that floor, nice shot. go ahead.
Hi, y'all. Come right here yesterday. I know, for whatever reason, we were all lost. Maybe me included. But this morning, I said all the shit that I'm going to get. I heard Marshall play tomorrow night. So those games. Marshall Council there, so they play Turkey. Right. I would have done it, but I didn't understand. But anyway, so we're done as far as games December 2nd against the Southern. We got try to get as much time as we can. Honestly, give myself as much time as we can. Jerry came Friday. I planned to go to Varsity to go to the mountains. Go and to the beach. So Sunday at the earliest. Sunday for sure. Sunday at the earliest. If I get back quicker, so I can eat tonight. Sunday, Monday, like so Tuesday. That's a lot of days off. If we blow and go today, I don't want to pull teeth tomorrow. Got stuff I need to do, can do, and it's not only that big difference between the couch. So I'll give you another day. Yeah. I said 3 days, 3 hard practice. I'm looking for down the road. Okay? I'm looking for like getting bad and leaky and things that just don't have time to do. Out of softball and out of football, I don't have time to do a lot of that. I think it makes a difference if we get 6 points off some of that. It's cheap stuff that people hadn't seen, stuff they hadn't run. It's a big deal. Thanks to the junior girls game. We just hit 3 more threes. Totally possible. Totally, there. Just have to hit it. So when you're working on stuff, and I'm not saying anything majorly bad. One thing I say to the boys, girls are doing a better job, which is the difference in coaching boys and girls. They'll follow orders better and then do it again. But then again, that is a weakness in girls because one of Junior's problems is they can't play after you get sets. About 10:30, and Coach Party are decently tight, and he texted me thanking that I gave him our scout report and I gave him Ben, and they destroyed them in the set. And they killed them on the set. It took away points that we did a pretty good job, but they completely shut them down. And it's easy because you see them against somebody you know and all that. So anyway, they beat them I think about 8 or something like that last night. Maybe close. I know I heard y'all talking about it. Made me feel better about y'all. Before we were up by 20 at one point. We couldn't put Tunica away. Tunica was up, 13 or 14 before. And that ended up losing Magnolia and both of the boys overtime. So that made me feel a little better about y'all. Still we gotta do that. All right. 2-4-man weave, it's a number break. Alternate, like one team will go, when you get back to after it, next team goes, do it without me stopping, and then we'll flow into the number break. Running the weave, just take out that. Okay, you go. Forward to the 2 side, just forward. We're running number break. You got inbound ball. So, and whoever gets one, the other 2 or 2 or 3, and one inbound. I'd rather do 4 because I want to. Well, we can do it, yes. I'll take it, but that's fine. We do maybe 5 down there. Here, give me 5 red yellow. 5 red yellow. Okay. Go white one man. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all get together. 2, 4, 5. Party all time. After ready? All right, 5 minute wait. My man, go. Here you go. Wait. Watch that ball. Just on that ball. Boys, go. There's the ball. Should be right here. And when the ball's reversed, follow the ball. That's you and I go to it. Sure. And I'm go. Back, hot side. Turn it. Back there, go. Go. All right, man, go. This is the flag. This is the flag. Turn it. Back there, go. This is the flag. That's it. Not bad. Hey, man, go. Come on, Molly, get rid of that ball, man. Come back, come on, Molly, what off? Good. Pushing up the two sides. You're pushing up the two sides. Two's covered. There's no sense of going. Disregard the ball trail. That's what trail is. Trail is the last person and forward. Both ways. Turn it in, run, run. All right, ready. Ready. You take primary if you want. Go. Go. Okay. 3 side, 2 side. Flex has to come to the all side. Why does it have to come to the all side? Because you got to have the ball to pull the ball. If she flex fades and the ball goes there, you can't throw the ball. Rotate the ball, then she flex goes. Then we down it, then we pop out. And then it's time to do it. It doesn't stop. Go! Get that ball, Louie, go the other way. Get that ball, Louie, go the other way. Get that ball, Louie, go the other way. Get back, Greg. Go. Back. 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 Oh. Get back. Go. There it is. Throw off right now. Play, mate. Play. Come on, Ted. Turn it, lead. First of all, you have to run the jump. Okay? You're right here with ball. You reverse. What are you supposed to do? Follow the ball. He dribble drives the hands off. You're setting the ball pick. You're setting the play pick. You come out of that. You turn it forward. You got him right there at 3. You got the left stutter. You got the throw. You got your layup. Let's go back. Go, turn it. Lead. This. know you freaking jack up the foot. That's all. You ain't gonna hit everybody. No. Back, and then play. You do that, we'll move on. Slow it down and say, whoa, Bill, make it look like this. Y'all, when Abby shot it from here, and then that melee happened right there, what did I call? 25 seconds ago, what did I call? Heel, cross, and toe. We fight. Straight heel, get inbound, that's a violation. Y'all just curl in, the rebound, y'all coming up, get to the court. That block, go. Block. Run. 8, fight. 7, 6. If it's straight heel, think about what y'all two just did. Look at this line. Look what y'all brought to this line. Yourself and your man. Yourself and your man. I said straight heel. What I mean moving up is just like we're on the gun and you're in Memphis and these guys let you out and you move up. Not a thing. We're trying to figure out who to see. She helps, you might have it free. She helps, you might have it free. When she helps, you have it go. But until that time, she's a big joint. Back up, 10 seconds. Watch on it, go. Alright. Run the point. That would be perfect if I had called her ex-gun. But for the 14th night, we're just a straight kick. If y'all move that, if you move right, move to give them room. And who you looking at? Him. Probably about right here. Yes. About right there. And you're in two. Jordan through. If you're not Jordan, you're straight for Jordan. Hold up. I got it. If you're not Jordan, you're straight for Jordan. Yeah. Be a triple stack. Go. Amen. Do it again. Help. Jordan and AJ for cross. Jordan and AJ cross. So, set him out. He's training for Jordan. David, he's training for AJ. Play. AJ one. Deal, cross. Jordan's back.
vote.